Hi, I'm Dan from Climpson Sons, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a basic 2-cup V60. First of all, let's go through what we will need. Our V60. Then we need our filter paper. We're going to need some coffee, and we will need some scales and a timer. Now to grind our coffee, we're going to need a grinder. We might need something to stir our coffee with also. And let's not forget our water. We will need a kettle. And so we have it. We are ready to make our 2-cup V60. So first of all, we need to boil our kettle. Just off the boil is perfect. If you have one of these, a gooseneck pouring kettle, that's very, very useful because then I can transfer the water from my heated kettle into here and I can pour with this for directional use. Next of all, we need to wet our paper filter. Make sure it's nice and wet to avoid any papery flavors in the coffee. Another little technique is to gently lift the filter paper out and drop it back in. This creates air between the cone and the filter paper to help with an even extraction. Get rid of that unwanted water. So I'm going to be using a coffee by Climpson Sons, this delicious Burundi. Now this is going to be perfect to make a V60 with because it's fruity, it's big-bodied, it's sweet. We've got flavors of cranberry, cocoa and toffee, which is going to work absolutely brilliantly. Now, like with any brew method, we need a recipe. We need that balance of flavor, balanced acidity and balanced body. So I'm going to go for quite a basic recipe of 60 grams to the liter. But because I'm only making a 2-cup, I'm going to be using 30 grams to 500 grams of water. Let's tear off our vessel and weigh out our 30 grams of whole beans. So now we're ready to grind. It's really, really important that we grind our coffee fresh. We're looking for a grind texture, something slightly finer than granulated sugar. Okay, so first of all, we need to pop our V60 decanter on the scales and tear off the weight. We now need to add our 30 grams of ground coffee. Now I'm just going to very, very gently give it a little shake just to distribute the coffee evenly for our bloom. As we start our bloom, we start our timer. So we just need to cover all of the coffee grounds, about 60 grams, to create our bloom. This is to release CO2 and to extend the extraction time, therefore the extraction percentage. And now our 30 seconds are up, we can start to pour. Start in the center and just slowly, slowly pour in a circular motion, avoiding touching the paper filter. This is to avoid any channeling. You can agitate your coffee by your pour, so be very consistent in how you do it. And I'm just going to pour the coffee until I get to my required yield. Now I'm going to agitate the coffee. To do this, we must be very consistent, and I'm going to use a technique which is north, south, east, west. And we continue to pour until we achieve our 500 grams. And now we wait for the coffee to filter. We might even choose at this point to give it a little swirl to help with the extraction and again avoid any channeling. So we've just hit 3 minutes and all of the coffee has been extracted. So we've hit our target. Now all there is to do is to remove the filter paper with the old coffee. Give it a little swirl, pour and enjoy. If your coffee is tasting bitter and maybe ashy, well, next time you might want to grind a little bit coarser. If, on the other hand, your coffee is tasting a bit weak, a bit flat, a bit sour, then maybe you'd want to increase that extraction by, well, grinding finer. Bottoms up.